Yo, Inca, you want to come out here? How's it going on, everybody? It's your boy Incog back at it again with a video, but this time it is the February update video, or you can call them patch notes, whatever you want to call them. But likely in the background you're watching me play VGC Series 2 because obviously Showdown already had the format, so I'm just practicing with a team that I kind of enjoy, but we'll talk more about that another day. But regardless, Avery? Jesus Christ. Regardless, I just want to go ahead and get some updates out the way here because I feel like, you know, you guys deserve it, obviously. And of course, it is without saying that I didn't upload for a week of January and then I came back this past week. And honestly, it was kind of refreshing. I kind of just been having a pretty bad time recently mentally. And the beginning of the year for me is always bad. But in general, it hasn't been the greatest time, I'm not gonna lie to you, but that's nor here nor there, and not really everybody's concern here on this video. So I won't put that information out there, but just know I'm still going, still chugging along as usual. But let's go ahead and talk about a few things. First thing on the docket that I have here, we are going to likely transfer from Twitch to YouTube in terms of streaming. I did a poll on my channel, and if you hadn't seen that, then you don't check the community tab often, or you don't get the pings for it in my Discord, which you should probably join, honestly. It's a vibe. And the reason being is because I feel like a lot of my core audience, you guys, are here on YouTube rather than Twitch. And as the Purple website has decided that maybe, you know, it's, I guess, personnel or just the community in general aren't that great. I think that personally moving to YouTube while the iron is still hot is probably a better idea for me. And in general, it's where a lot of my viewers are, so I think moving there is completely fine and justified. Now, that also kind of leads into channel memberships. So yes, you can probably tell that if I'm moving to YouTube, channel memberships are going to become a thing. And for a lot of people, that means you're just transferring your Twitch sub or whatever have you over to YouTube. And we'll have the same-ish kind of tiers that we had on Twitch as long and with the emotes. So don't worry, nothing's really changing that much. So we'll have everything there that we need, and it should be a whole entire vibe. I'm not sure what I'm going to be switching over. I think I was going to switch over this month. I might have to just delay it one more month just so I can have everything prepared and get some Twitch streams off, I guess. But for the most part, yeah, that's really that side of things. So now let's go ahead and talk about some content things, and this is where the VGC thing comes in, but also just in general. FFAs are very nice, I'm not gonna lie to you, and so are roulette FFAs. However, I've been trying to branch out of content recently just to see what I can make, see what I can do. But every time I do it, it feels as though no one's really watching per se, so I'm very hesitant to release content that I feel like no one's going to watch. Because I've done it before. I've released content to the point where there are things there that I really liked, that I felt like I worked really hard on, and then no one watches it. So then I'm kind of just like, oh, well then never fucking mind. Maybe I won't make a video outside of what I have kind of carved out as my niche of doing like FFA videos, I guess. So there is that. But number two, and the more important thing is, like, it seems like everyone's kind of neutral on voting for certain kinds of content. I want people's genuine opinion. You know, if you really only want to see FFAs, then that should be where your vote goes. If you really want to see what else I can make, that's where you should vote. That's where your vote should go. But I feel like it always feels like people, whenever they see a poll, whether it's in my Discord, whether it's in the community tab on YouTube, or whether it's on Twitter even, I always feel like we hit this kind of neutral ass point. So I just want to go ahead and just say, for the record, while it is great, and thank you for voting, I'm very grateful for that, I think it's better to understand that if there's an option that you really feel strongly about, vote for that option. Because while yes, I may still make content that will be different, I feel as though if you don't want to see that kind of content, then just let me know, you know, comment, say something at least, because I feel like there's a lot of merit in being honest rather than just kind of being wishy-washy or fence-sitting about it. So that much to be certain, I think I would love to hear from anybody. But regardless of that point, let's move on to the next point, obviously. As some people have noticed, if you follow me on Twitter, mute my retweets. I'm just going to say that here and now. If you follow me on Twitter, you should likely mute my retweets. My regular tweets generally are pretty good, but mute my retweets. I don't think I need to explain that to the people out there who understand who I am, but if you don't, just mute them anyway. I am going to be starting at least some sort of planning and production on a ROM hack for the Discord server. And essentially what's going to happen is everyone's putting in their trainer cards in the trainer card chat. And essentially what we're going to do is the people who are really, really close to me, or people who I really consider to be my friends, and I mean close friends, not just people who I call my friends, but really just acquaintances, you know, the Blasics, the people whom I record with, some front office members, you know, there are people out there who are really, really good friends of mine who I actually feel like I could talk to about random things and just personal things. They'll likely be more important trainers, maybe even Elite Four people, who knows? And then everyone else could be NPCs or trainers that you can fight throughout the region. This will be a ROM hack, more than likely of Fire Red or Emerald. Those are like the two games that I find easiest to work with. But it will take some time. But if you'd like to submit your trainer card, the trainer card chat is open since I opened it in January, all the way to the end of February. Let me say that one more time. It started in January at the end of it. It will close by the end of February. So that anybody who wants to get in on this can get on this month only. After that, you can send it to me. You can even put it in a different chat. It will not be considered. So please understand, unless I need revisions from some people, it will be removed. Everybody who puts one in there, by the way, will have a special role so they can still type in there as the ROM hack trainer card role, so that if I need any edits, they can go ahead and edit them. Anybody who joins after February 28th or whatever the last day of February is, you know, you heard it here first. But with that out of the way, that ends that portion. I definitely want to go ahead and get more just started on it this year. And then perhaps next year I could like do a smaller, maybe a release. But I definitely want to get all of the core things done this year. And I feel like I have a lot more time. Well, yes, I'll probably be working a little bit more at my job this upcoming week, just because my manager is going on a vacation. I will say, well, actually, it'll be the next week. So there's two of my managers are going on vacations this every weeks. I feel as though, well, that is happening. I'll be able to get more hours at that point. But after that, I mean, realistically, I'm just going to say it. I am looking for a new job, and no cap, because this one is becoming more and more annoying and not very great. And I'm not going to go into any details because those are personal, and obviously I don't think anybody at my job besides one person knows about my YouTube channel, but I'm not going to get in any trouble despite what I may or may not say here. If you really want to know personal details, you should hit me up. But no, it's becoming a bit more annoying, and I'm very much a person who's very passive and in how I look. But when you really ask me about the problems that I have with certain things, I'll tell you straight up how I feel about those things for a long amount of time. But when I'm at work, I generally don't talk about the problems unless I'm prompted to ask, or unless I'm prompted, or if it's like a big old team meeting type thing, which is what we had recently. So I was like kind of the guy speaking a lot, because I was like, let me go ahead and voice everybody's stuff right now and see what his response is. Regardless, that kind of leads into my next thing concerning, you know, if I'm very adamant about something, I'm going to talk about it. This is an interesting one for those of you who've been around the channel and who know me. So I'm gonna keep it honest, keep it a buck. I have restarted that Black and White 2 video so many times because my opinion has shifted, and also the production of it is kind of in this limbo state, because obviously from my earlier point, if people aren't going to watch the content, why even bother? Like, I know people really like my content, they like my personality, they like a lot of things about me, and some people hate those things about me, which is completely fine. But it has inspired me not to produce certain content, similar to how I'm talking about the Black and White 2 video, how it's in limbo. However, I've refined my opinion about that game, and you'll be very surprised to see the video that comes out. I'm still not going to give it a date because I don't like making promises I can't keep. But just understand that this video is going to be an interesting take, and a take that I think a lot of people are going to be surprised about if you haven't heard me in recent times about how I feel about Black and White 2. Number, I guess, 2, on this subject as well. When it comes to videos, like I said, people are going to watch them or they're not. I'm going to resume my Peach Girl video, which will be with my friend Carrie, and watch the episodes one more time over just to make sure I can refine my opinions as well as getting their opinions, of course. But in general, those kind of videos, I really got to see like if people are really down for the cause. So if you ever donated or ever subscribed to my chat, to Twitch, and then later following YouTube channel memberships, there is a separate chat that I will try to use more, where I will preview a lot of this content, as well as making sure that people hear about things first there, rather than just having to get a role for that kind of stuff. So if you should DM me on Discord, and if you're in the Discord server, then I can give you that role manually, and then you'll be able to view the chat, see previews for things and such, things of that nature. And the last point, very big point. So obviously what you're going to notice throughout these next few weeks concerning Pokemon Draft League is that I've been very down about Pokemon, and this isn't because I'm losing. Spoiler alert. I think a lot of people get very down about Pokemon because they start losing and then they start like just not trying anymore. No, I'm still trying very hard to win. I just don't care as much as I used to in the past. And that's for a myriad of reasons. And that's kind of just like, I feel as though while I'm not falling out of love with Pokemon exactly, I am getting in that headspace where I am kind of just on my own about it. Like, I don't know how to really explain it. But Mons is fun to an extent. There is a certain point in Mons where you stop liking what you're doing, or you stop liking the effort that you're putting in when there's not exactly the return you're expecting, right? So while yes, I am a part of YCL, which is upload required, I will be uploading that. If anybody else has an upload required league, there's a high chance I'm not going to want to do it. I'll do Wi-Fi non-upload. I'll do showdown leagues that don't require upload. Most of them do not. And I may upload Wi-Fi battles here and there of VGC content, but that's really about it. I'm kind of stepping away from upload required leagues for the time being. It feels like there's too much hassle, especially when you have a job and such, just to upload something that's going to be like 40 minutes long. And also on the viewership side, get basically 100 views, which isn't much on my channel, as you can tell from the FFAs and such. So I'm really not interested in that anymore. But that is to say, I feel like there's a lot that can be changed to reignite interest among people, but also in general. And I would like to make a Draft League video concerning certain aspects, like the very obvious favoritism from certain people, and how different it is between people who feel Wi-Fi leagues are not much better, but they're very much preferential treatment of Wi-Fi leagues over showdown leagues and the like. But that's another video for another day, and I have a lot of evidence going toward that, because we for those out there who may not know, and maybe I am not supposed to say this, there is a Wi-Fi, or at least a Paldean League hub that you can join for Wi-Fi and showdown players alike. Now, the problem is that it feels like it's more so promoting, I would argue, at least from my point of view, right, Wi-Fi leagues. And to me, and I'm glad I put this towards the end of the video because I know a lot of people who are a part of these communities may not reach this far into my video, unfortunately, and at least it gives me some breathing room to be like, hey, if you made it this far, congratulations, you get to hear my raw thoughts about this. I think that the hub is great, but they added too many things too quickly, in my opinion. And for my money, from the conversations that we've had, which I won't give out until I make a video about it, I think that there's a lot of preferential treatment towards Wi-Fi leagues than Showdown leagues. And in addition, there's definitely favoritism when it comes to those Wi-Fi leagues. And it's very interesting when you think about it. And I won't go into too many details here, but just understand when you hear these words and you understand from my perspective of a guy who doesn't really care about Pokemon leagues, but definitely sees people for who they are once they start talking about things in a certain way, you'll completely understand where I'm coming from. And I think a lot of people who know me will understand what I'm saying. But with that out of the way, guys, this is gonna do it for the video. This is your February, I guess we'll call them patch notes. If you guys like this video, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I guess I'll open up channel memberships this month, and then we'll more so be able to really get benefits out of those starting next month. In general, if you don't see me upload a Wi-Fi league, you'll see me upload Wi-Fi battles. We're still aiming to upload Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and then Saturday for YCL for the time being. Once YCL is gone, maybe I'll upload a Wi-Fi battle then. You guys let me know if you guys really want to see me do just like VGC stuff, or if you prefer more long-form videos. Regardless, you guys have a great day, and remember to smile today. That's all I got for you. And I say bye, like the cycle.